Hello, good morning, and welcome to this taste challenge, overnight taste challenge. Not really dawn, so I'm not going to call it Dawn Busters. It's still dark. Okay, this is Jim Beam Black Sour Mash Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, introduced in 1992 and then replaced in 2015 by Jim Beam Black Extra Age, no longer with the 8-year age. So this is a old bottle. I bought this at International Market in Metairie, Louisiana. It was $32.99, $32.99. And if you go to Total Wine today, the new version is the same price for the handle, $32.99. So the price hasn't really gone up. Hello, Herbie. Yep, Jim Beam, the famous Jim Beam. This is the 8-year age, no longer produced. So there's no website link because it's no longer made. All right, now here's the competitor, Jesse James Dupree's, the American Outlaw Bourbon Whiskey. From Jesse James Dupree, American Outlaw Spirits. I bought this. This is a liter bottle, by the way, a liter bottle. I bought this at Savannah Discount. They had this on a discount, like in a stack. They call it a stud stack. And they had it for $7.99. Now I said, I don't know a thing about Jesse James bourbon. I never heard of it. I don't know if it's any good. But on the other hand, for that price, I'll take the risk. And it is good, so I'm glad I took the risk. This is an older version or an alternative version. This bottle is only aged 2 years. It says aged 2 years. Now, if you look at the website link below, it says their bourbon is aged at least 3 years. So maybe that's why it was discounted, because it's a younger version of it. Oh, and they have all different types. They've got barrel strength. They've got like a small batch version, although this is pretty small batch itself. They've got flavors, honey, cinnamon, and so forth. The same thing most companies do. So it's produced somewhere in the United States, but it's bottled in California. Now, it's not listed as bourbon, and I think the reason for that is pretty obvious. It's probably a blend of bourbons. It says tavern strength, right? Tavern strength, but you would get at a bar, 80 proof. It's probably a blend of bourbons from different states, and straight bourbon must all be from the same. You can blend it, but it's got to be all from the same state. And so consequently, they don't list it as straight bourbon. So that's all right. The most important point is, does it taste good? And if it tastes good, then you can kind of overlook the other questions about it. Let me get something real fast. I gotta make an adjustment on something. That's not gonna work. I'll be right back. I forgot I had to do something and I didn't do it. I wanted to make a new tag, and I would have done that previous to going on, but I had forgotten to do it. Okay, so make a new tag here. The other tag got a little bit screwed up. Okay. This will be quick. There we go. Almost done. It's not wanting to stick. That's strange. All right. I guess that's okay. Well, we can make another one another time, but we won't do it now. Okay. Put all this away and then we'll get to the challenge. Get to the taste challenge, which it shouldn't be a challenge. 86 proof versus 88-year age versus 2-year aged. I mean, that should be an easily decided event. Thoughts on Democrats disqualifying Trump from the ballot? Well, talk about that some other time. Okay. Good morning, Lazarus says. Good morning to you. Okay. Okay, got the right tags. I think we all know what my thoughts are anyway, that I would not support stuff like that. Okay. All right. They're both copper color, so the appearance is the same. I'm surprised. So the Jesse James is dark like the Jim Beam Black. Yeah, just smells like sweet corn, bourbon, Same thing, but a little more wood, a little more charred oak. But honestly, I don't find there's any great difference in aroma. Well, the appearance is the same. The aroma is very similar, although not the same. So the taste, well, the taste might be a big difference. So let's go with the flavor. Cheers. And I got to remember that the Jim Beam is a sour mash version. So I'm looking for that sourdough bagel thing. This kind of has that charred oak, kind of dark char, deep, I should say deep char, candy corn thing. Fruitcake fruit, you got like in a mylar, the freeze dried shrink wrap mylar bags, whatever. Yeah, it's a little maybe more like honeysuckle nectar. Yeah, let's go over here and taste. Now the regular Jesse James, a regular size bottle of Jesse James is like $17.99. $17.99. And now remember, I got a liter bottle for $7.99. So that was a very unusually low price. Okay, so if you go searching for it, you're going to probably pay $17.99 or more, maybe a dollar less. I doubt it, but it probably is $17.99 or higher for a regular bottle, 750 milliliters. So don't expect to find a liter for $7.99. Okay. It's like cornbread or even like white bread crust, but could have barley in it or wheat. Could be wheated. Usually if it's a wheated bourbon, like heavily wheat composition, they'll tout that. But they don't make any such claim. They just say it's bourbon. It's probably very simple. We know it's got to be at least 51% corn. The other 49% doesn't matter. Could be any kind of grain. We know it has to be at least 80 proof when it goes in the bottle, and we know it has to be aged in new charred oak barrels. If it wants to be a straight bourbon, it has to be aged at least 2 years in new charred oak barrels, at least 2 years, and all from the same state and have no flavoring or coloring added. Although bourbon's not allowed to have flavoring or coloring added anyway, of any sort. However, I can buy bourbon with natural flavors. Yes, I can buy those. I know where to find them. You said, but that's illegal. Yes and no. Because they're not calling it bourbon. They're calling it bourbon with natural flavors. And they're selling it. They'll claim it's a distilled spirit specialty. I know it's a deception and it's a game. But if you get to Sazerac's shelf and you look at Kentucky Tavern, the new Early Times, the current 10 High. I know there's another one. What am I thinking of? Another really, well known. Kentucky Tavern is pretty well known with the white label and all, but they all say bourbon with natural flavors. So it's on the shelf. You can buy it. Tastes like vanilla. All right. When they announced it went in, I got a bit depressed and my morale shattered. Yeah, well, I wouldn't get too depressed. They've been shattering the Constitution since 1861. So they're, I'm not talking about, well, it wasn't the Democrats in 1861 doing it. It was the Republican. But you know what I'm saying? These establishment people, you know what I'm saying? Headquartered in New York and Washington, D.C. Yeah. So it's the game they've been playing, They just like to be a little bit more totalitarian each year it goes by, So it's nothing new. But back to the actual topic of the video. I think this is the Jim Beam Black, because it's fuller, richer, got more body, got more character, and so forth. Is it much better? I wouldn't go that far. It's better, I think. But is it significantly better? I don't know. I mean, a lot of bourbons are good. I'll tell you the truth. You're not supposed to know that. Because some people get on here and talking about, oh no, it's all those bourbons are terrible. Jim Beam and Ezra Brooks, it's horrible, the worst. Oh no, it's the most horrible bourbon in the world. But then they just exaggerating because they're not horrible and they're actually very good. So now I don't know about these things from Sazerac, Kentucky Tavern bourbon with natural flavor. I can't really. Well, I never had it, so I can't back it up. I had the original, the previous, which was Kentucky Tavern, Kentucky straight bourbon, 80 proof, aged 3 years. Simple. It was a simple product. It was only aged 3 years, but it was very good, and it's gone now. But I can get Kentucky straight bourbon right there at CVS Pharmacy for $8.99 a bottle. Still today. Well, they're not open yet, but today, $8.99. Now, is it a fabulous product? No, it's bland, kind of basic, kind of bland, kind of drab. That's why it's $8.99. But it's not bad. It's not offensive and oh, I can't take it. It's so horrible. It's just basic, And I'm going to bring that into the challenge. It will get killed. Jim Beam Black will blow it up. It's going to blow it up. 10 High, it'll compete a little bit. Won't win. Not gonna win. Okay, Jim Beam Black is pretty solid. I think, and you might be talking about the current Jim Beam Black. I've never had that. I would assume it's very, very similar to this, but I'm not. It could be a lot different. I don't even know if the current one says sour mash. So, hello, everybody. Oh, okay. I'm saying that's the Jesse James. No, that's the Jim Beam Black. So now it's the third loss in this series. Third time I got it wrong in the series. What does that mean? Well, it could mean I don't know what I'm doing. Strong. I don't think it's a strong possibility, but it's a possibility. I think the more likely and reasonable answer is that these are so close one to another. These bourbons that are all, $14 to $24. We're talking about regular size bottles, $14 to $24. They're so similar that it's almost like, why are you paying $1 extra for it? Why are you paying even $1 extra? Because what are you benefiting? How is it helping you? Here's an 8-year aged going against a 2-year aged, and I couldn't tell them apart. I tried. I did my best. They smelled similar. They looked alike, and they tasted almost the same. Now, I think if I did this taste challenge for 10 days, today being day 1 and 9 more days with these two, I bet it would be 5 right, 5 wrong. Meaning I'd get it correct 5 times, but I'd get it wrong 5 times, which is an even washout. So which one should you buy? Well, you can't get the black 8-year anyway, unless you live around me, and you can go over there and buy it. They still have many on the shelf. Jesse James, I don't know where you can find that. I've never seen it anywhere except Savannah Discount. And I think one other store had it. Yeah, I think Star had it. And I just, saw the price. I said, oh, $17. And I said, haha, I got it for $7.99. Yeah. So don't even worry about Jesse James. You probably never see it. But there is a locator tool on the website. Now, if you go to their website, it'll say find Jesse James bourbons. You can click on that, put in your zip code, and they'll tell you, hopefully accurately, if it's available or not. And some of these websites are so intricate and detailed. They'll tell. I've seen some websites that'll tell you not only is it in your town, they'll tell you what stores have it. They'll say at this store. Now, of course, if you want to be safe, you can call the store, but you can't really call the store because a lot of times they have these young people, not putting down on young people, could be an older person, but they're running their customer service, and you'll say, do you have this bourbon? And they'll go look and be like, no, we don't have it. And it'll be right there in front of them. Be right there. And they're just telling you, they don't have it. I've seen that happen so many times. So your best bet really is to go to the store and check it out yourself. I've had people tell me that, like about beer, or we don't carry that. I said, well, what is that? Oh, that's what you're talking about? I said, well, I said the name, and there it is. So yeah, you might want to go to the store and check it out yourself after you looked at the locator tool. But I don't guess anybody watching this is going to be too dedicated to go find Jesse James bourbon. But I know one thing, it held its own against Jim Beam Black because I couldn't tell them apart. So there you go. Just goes to show you. When was the last time I smiled? Oh, I don't believe in that. That's communism, obviously. The countdown to New Year's. I'm just wondering, what will be your drink for New Year's? Probably nothing. Probably nothing special. I don't usually make those kind of videos like times. I don't make time specific videos because you might be watching it years later and it's not on that date. And I honestly, I don't really buy stuff to for a holiday or whatever. I'm just telling you the truth. Now my daughter, if she wants to come over and do reviews, I'll go look for something interesting and special and things like that. But otherwise, I don't. I'm just telling you the truth. I just don't make any kind of effort for that. Torpedo is good. How about Lagavulin 16 for New Year's? That would be a good one. I'm not buying it. I've got too many single malts right now that I haven't even opened. I have never cracked them open. So there's no incentive for me to buy a single malt scotch when I got 5 unopened. I'm sure it's amazing. Um, well, thanks for watching. Sorry I got it wrong, but if you can do better, I would challenge you to do better, and maybe you will. Get the 2 bottles, get an account. You might already have a YouTube account. Make the video live, blind. Got to be blind. Can't be looking at them. And you can show me up. I'll watch. No jealousy, no anger. I'll watch it and I'll comment on it. And I'm always positive, in the comments. So, yeah, we'll try to do better tomorrow. Bringing in another one. Just keep working at it. That's all you can do. That's really all you can do is just keep plugging ahead, trying to get it right. And if you don't get it right, well, then you blame the product for not standing out enough. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. All right, thanks everybody.